This young nun came to the meadow every day after dinner, praying to God, while letting out her bottled-up feelings. But halfway through that day, a strange man suddenly appeared in the distance. The girl panicked and ran away instantly, because this was a deserted island cut off from the world. Only 3 nuns lived on the island. When they heard the girl say a man showed up on the island, and he was even wearing church clothes, the elder nun immediately realized he might be a priest. While they were still unsure what to do, the man had already appeared in front of them. Strangers facing each other all looked nervous, until the leading nun put down her weapon. Only then did the priest explain his purpose. He said the church sent him to inspect the abandoned chapel. The nuns felt even more uneasy after hearing that, worried they'd be forced out of the home they had lived in for years. To make it worse, the priest's phone was dead. He had no choice but to stay overnight on the island, to host this unexpected guest. They changed into nun robes, and brought out red wine they had hidden for years. During dinner, the priest suddenly noticed. The 3 nuns didn't seem used to forks and knives. They preferred to eat with their hands. After dinner, the nuns knitted sweaters while chatting with the priest, until he mentioned the church plan to tear down the chapel and turn it into a resort. The head nun's attitude instantly turned cold. She didn't even prepare him a bed, just threw a straw mat in the sheep pen. The 2 nuns started treating the priest coldly, but the young Ellie wasn't like them. Curious, she secretly took the priest's phone. She even kept the fork and knife the priest used. Ellie, who had never seen a priest before, thought it was magical. She even imagined a piece of clothing as the priest, and held it tightly in her arms. The next day, the priest woke up feeling thirsty. He picked up the kettle to pour some hot water. The nuns rushed over as soon as they heard the noise. The elder nun instantly realized it was the perfect time to drive him away. While Ellie carefully tended to the priest's wound, the 2 nuns exchanged a glance, then handed the priest a cup of tea. The priest didn't think twice and drank it down. The next moment, the 3 of them lifted the priest onto the bed and cut his clothes apart with scissors. Ellie, who had never seen a man's body, stared at Jason with a strange gaze. After checking Jason's belongings, the 3 began discussing a plan. After all, the disappearance of a priest would surely bring more people searching the island, but they couldn't think of a good solution yet. They had no choice but to keep Jason in the convent. The next morning, Jason finally woke from his coma, and the 3 nuns were standing right beside him. Seeing his naked body, Jason tried to ask the nuns for his clothes, but the nuns brushed him off, saying they were mending them. Realizing he couldn't get them back, Jason had to say he needed the bathroom, but the nuns were already prepared for that. After Jason pleaded several times, the nuns finally allowed Jason to go out to the toilet, but he had to stay in their line of sight. At first, the nuns didn't mistreat Jason. Instead, they gave him special care in many ways. But when they saw the priest still wanted to report the abandoned convent, the nuns lost all their former gentleness. Not only was every move watched, even in sleep there was always a nun keeping watch. Realizing his blackouts might be caused by the water, the next day Jason didn't drink a single drop. That night he indeed stayed awake, seeing the old nun fast asleep beside him. Jason realized it was his best chance to escape. After throwing together clothes from bedsheets, he rushed out of the convent eagerly, but unfamiliar with the terrain. Jason could only wander aimlessly,